What's up everyone, Alex here. Today I got a really cool thing to show you. I actually noticed this on Reddit recently, and it is a really cool version of Zelda Ocarina of Time for Android. And I've left some links in the description, and if you follow my instructions here you can install it really easily. So I put the APK on here and I'm installing it right now. It's called Ship of Harkinian. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Strange name, but this is how we're going to play Zelda Ocarina of Time on our Android. As I install it on the Retro Pocket 4 Pro here, it's going to ask me if I want to give permission. I do. Now you're supposed to open this app and then restart it to get this screen here, but I have it, so I'm just going to press yes here, and then it wants to look for a ROM. I'm going to press yes, and I've left a link in the description to how to get a certain ROM you're going to need. It's kind of like a Zelda debug ROM, and I'm just fast forwarding here because I'm taking forever to find it. And inside here we have Zelda Zel ODTT, you know, it's got a strange name, but this is what we're going to need to extract. So this was quite quick on the Odin 2, and I'm going to be showing this mostly on the Odin 2 soon. But it took a little while for this to extract on the Retro Pocket, so I've quickly fast forwarded this as it's doing it. And when it's done, we want to select no, because we don't want to extract any other ROMs. And that's it. We've basically just extracted the ROM into this app. We can delete those files now, you don't need those anymore. And you can see here we have Zelda running on an Android device, and it's in widescreen, and there are a lot of options we can tweak and do stuff with. You can see it here, it says press minus to basically go through the different options. That will be the back button as well, and yeah, there's a lot to go through. We're also going to be installing some mods, and these basically allow us to make the game more like the 3DS version, with models and other things that make it play like the 3DS version. So these are two files I've left in the video description that you download and extract. I've dumped them all in one folder. You extract everything in the RAR. You want to take all the individual files, and I'm doing this on the Retro Pocket 4 Pro here to show you that you're going to have to transfer them from your internal storage. I'm using Z-Archiver, going over to this dishy.soh folder inside the Android data folder, and I need permission in order to cut those files and paste them into this place that I need them to. So there's a mods folder in here I've just gone into, and I've just dumped them all in there. Now we're going to open up Ship of Harkinian again, and now that all the files are in there, they're ready to go, ready to use. The only thing we have to do to get the visual, to get the models working, is go over to Enhancements, Graphics, then click this Mods arrow, and then inside there it says Use Alternate Assets. And when we turn it on, we can see that it immediately just turns all the models that it's going to replace, and we can turn them on and off as we see fit. So you don't have to use them, you can turn them on and off, so you can get the original N64 look if you like, or just play it more like the 3DS. So now I'm going over to the Odin 2. I've set this up nicely on Pegasus. I made a little icon, and I can access it really easily. And here we can see that the game is just damn smooth. And I've also got the right stick working so that I can look around. I'm going to go into the options here, and I'm just going to quickly show you that if we go over to the graphics, we can just again turn the assets on and off. So this is what the game looks like when it's like the N64 version, but wow, is it wicked smooth. 60 frames, and you can use the right stick as well to look around. There's a couple of things we have to set up. I'm going to show this soon so that we can use the right stick to look around. We also have gyro aiming, which is cool for like using the bow and other stuff. So in the controller mapping here, you can set everything that you need to, so you can see gyro options here, but those are all the buttons, N64 buttons, C buttons. So typically, I think people are used to mapping the C buttons onto the right stick, but we're going to need that for the free cam. So, you know, just set the buttons how you like. I've set up the C buttons in a way that I can play the ocarina like very smoothly from low note up to the highest note and back down again. So if I was going to play this game, that would make it easier for me to just kind of like figure out the tunes. In the graphics here, I've bumped it all the way up to 200% because I want it to look as sharp as possible. MSAA1, I'm going to leave it there. If you turn that up, when you restart the app, it's going to be a black screen and crash. Match refresh rate, so that's the same as our screen, so that should be at about 60 frames. But yeah, if you turn MSAA up, save it, and then get the black screen, you have to reinstall the whole application again, which is a pain. So yeah, don't do that. You see here that I've enabled gyro and didn't have to tweak anything. There are some settings you can tweak there, but yep, just turn it on, get the bow out, and boom, my device can do gyro aiming, which is awesome, just like the 3DS version. So if you thought there was something missing from this version, then it's pretty much got everything covered and it works really well. Going over to additional controls now. There's loads of different options in here, but if we go to camera controls and scroll down, there is a tick box here for free camera. So free camera is going to allow us to use the camera like Majora's Mask, the 3DS version, for example. As long as you map the right stick the way you should, then the right stick will now become the free cam. We can mess with some other camera options as well. We can make the camera go all the way out, and if you can kind of go above the character and make it a bit more like a classic Zelda. I don't know if that could work playing it like this. I mean, it sounds kind of fun. I'd probably give it a go. But yeah, so many things to tweak. In enhancements here, just you can set up a preset to make it like the vanilla experience, or like, add additional settings and things. Loads of quality of life features, loads of little fixes and other things that might make the game better. So you can go from having like the pure N64 experience all the way to like the 3DS experience, or go even further. Like disable the low HP sound. I know that would probably annoy people. You can turn that off if you like. I definitely do. N64 mode is basically a quick button to say turn most of the stuff off and make it more like the N64 versions. So no assets, widescreen off, and the FPS is probably going to go down to like 20 or something, whatever it actually used to be. Restoration. So these are things where you can like bring stuff back in that shouldn't have been there before. And extra modes. You can add randomizer to this. This is like a solid all-in-one Zelda Ocarina of Time experience. And you can mess around with the colors if you want. Change the colors of different models, your outfits Link wears. It's pretty crazy. And so you can tweak this whole thing to make a very customized Ocarina of Time experience. So many cool features, and it really actually does make me feel like playing it again. But I recently, I say recently, it's actually within the last couple of years, I played Ocarina of Time 3D on my 3DS. So I figured I'd chuck some footage in here of playing the 3DS version with a patch which only works on a modded 3DS using the Luma system it has, and you can basically add a free cam to this like Majora's Mask, which is super awesome, because when I played this version I really wanted a free cam, and I kind of regret not looking it up because I think it was available when I played this game. So having the free cam in this just makes it so much better. And yeah, I kind of wanted to throw this argument in here. It's like, what is the best version of Ocarina of Time? The 3DS is, you have the two screens, you have the 3D effect. I personally love the 3D effect of the 3DS, and every time I pick up a 3DS, I feel like I'm picking up a device that is out now or out in the future, but it's been out for over 10 years. There's something magical about the 3DS. It just lasts. And it has gyro. There's so many cool things about the 3DS that I just love, and I kind of want to play it again now that I've picked it up. But yeah, the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time is just a beauty. And because I'm kind of into my PSP Go recently, I did a video on this. There's an N64 emulator that has Zelda on it. It doesn't run very well. It doesn't do N64 very well, but it's cool to have options that are very small that could probably play Zelda. The PSP I'm just comparing it to my mouse because it's there. It's such a tiny little thing. I think it's awesome. It's not what I'd use for N64 emulation, but I just thought I'd talk about it. But yeah, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Android version. Got it on my Odin 2. I absolutely love the Odin 2. Every time I pick it up, I think there isn't going to be a device that tops this. I really don't know how. Maybe a bit more power, but this is just amazing. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.